Hi everyone, lesson 4 today. Hope you're enjoying them so far. Let me know if you have any requests and I'll see what I can do. Today we're going to look at pop art and in particular logos. So let's go. Okay, so as I said, we're looking at logos in a bit of a pop art style. So I've taken Fanta. You can use any logos, Coke, any sweet logos, any company logos, doesn't really matter. What you're then going to do is you're going to zoom in so you only have part of the logo, as I've done here. Okay, and then we're going to start painting and drawing. So again, I've marked out a square 20 by 20. You can use the whole page if you want. I'm just doing it so it makes it a little bit easier. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start to transfer the logo onto our page. So I'm going to start with the F. Like so. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and then we're going to try the A. There we go. It helps if you're good at lettering, which is not my greatest skill. There we go, and then we can squeeze in some of the N. Like so. Okay, we're then going to pop the leaf in. Make it a little bit bigger than it actually is on the logo so I can fit more of the leaf in, just to give the picture something else to look at. I'm just going to adjust that there. And put a line there. Okay, now you can see that there's white around the edge, so we'll pop that in. Like so. Okay, and then on the top. There we go. Okay, so we've drawn out the logo. We now need to colour it in, and again, as always, you can use whatever medium you've got, pencil, crayons, paints, it doesn't matter, crayons, pastels. I'm going to try acrylic paint, so come back to me in a bit and see how I'm getting on. Okay, so I've done the background. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to give you a few tips. So, number one, when you're painting, don't try and paint with the page as it is. Turn the page round as you paint so it's easier to get into those little corners. So it's a lot easier to turn the page and go in here, in this triangle here, than trying to do it at this angle or that angle. Okay, so don't be afraid to move the page around as you paint. Okay, I've used acrylics. Try not to use too much water unless you've got good quality watercolour paper, because what will happen, too much water on the page will make the page crinkle and move and bend, and then it doesn't look quite so good. Okay, so minimal amount of water. You can always add more water if it doesn't run on the page properly, but too much water just causes a mess. Okay, and another top tip, not necessarily about this, but about painting in general. My art teacher when I was at high school told us this, and it's a really good lesson to go about your art with. It's to draw what you see, not what you think you see. Okay, so it's very easy. Maybe next week we'll do some still life, and then it's really easy to draw something and think that's what's there, and it's not actually there. You've drawn what you think you've seen and not what is there, especially when you're doing light and shade and tone. Okay, so a good top tip there. So I've done the background, as you can see from the picture here, which has just gone out of shot here. There it is. There was a bit of a white background there. I haven't bothered with that. I've just done the orange. So I'm now going to do the blue for the Fanta lettering. Okay, come back in a second and then you can see how I got on. Okay, so I've nearly finished, but I thought of a top tip while I'm doing this. I am not the world's greatest at a steady hand, okay? I do have the shakes at the best of times. So my top tip for trying to keep the lines as smooth as possible is to try and do it in one motion. Get enough paint on the brush and then get to the edge and then try and do it as far down the line as you can in one go. Okay, because that really helps. Because if you're doing it in short little bursts, then you're going to get your uneven lines. So try and do it all in one go. So it makes the lines smoother, and as you can see I'm moving the paper around so I get the best angle, making sure that I don't put my finger in the wet paint. A bit more, and I have got my finger in the wet paint. Okay, so there we go. There's the lettering done. I'll just finish the leaf and then we'll see the finished piece. Okay, so there you have it. My finished Fanta logo, my pop art inspired logo. Hope you've enjoyed it. Enjoy doing your own. See you next time. Bye.